SGC here, and we're back for a movie review. Train to Busan. Directed by Yeon Sang-ho and starring a whole lot of people that I don't know, so check down below for their names. So what's this film about? Well, basically, it's a zombie outbreak on a train. It's about a businessman bringing his daughter to see her mom, who's in Busan, and while they're on this speeding train, a zombie outbreak happens in South Korea, and that's basically the entire film. So what did I think? Well, first off, when I saw the poster for this movie, I actually didn't even know it was a zombie outbreak. I saw people running, but I don't think I saw what was behind them, so I just, oh, it's a Korean film playing here. Oh, why not check it out? Then I check out the trailer, it's a zombie film, holy crap. And then I checked out Rotten Tomatoes, holy crap, that's a high score. So I'm like, definitely I gotta watch. Well, first off, the pitch I'm telling to people now is that this movie is great in its Korean sense. I haven't seen a Korean zombie film. If there is, please leave a comment and tell me which one, and I'll go check it out. But this is the first time seeing a zombie film from a Korean production, and I enjoyed it. Despite the fact that, you know, The Walking Dead has been cramming zombies down our throat for so long now, and we had the super lackluster World War Z movie that totally just ruined zombies, basically. But we finally got Train to Busan, which dealt with characters really well, dealt with zombies really well, dealt with set pieces really well. First off, let's just talk about the zombies. It's a zombie movie, so let's talk about them. These guys are sort of like World War Z guys. They run, pretty static, but there's some stuff that is special to them. I'm not gonna say what, because you watch it and you'll find out. But the rate that they turn is crazy. There's a lot of contortions happening when they go turning and stuff. That's also intense. But the craziest part is that they feel like World War Z zombies, but used well. Like, there are scenes where they become a mob sort of thing, but then those are used sparingly and really add tension, and you're just like, holy crap, these things are nuts. And yes, sparingly, because World War Z really went gung-ho on the whole, let's combine and become a Transformer zombie, and that was just lame. Visually, it's dumb. It's not an anime, guys. Next, I would say the set pieces is great as well. You're confined to a train and the stations, what can you pull off? And there are some sequences where it's just like, holy crap, run, run, run. And there isn't much of the really dumb moments, say in The Walking Dead, where there's ninja zombies, which I gripe about all the time. There are no weapons, so there's no infinite ammo, but rather there are some action sequences where they deal with it tactically as to, like, we gotta fight these things, how do we fight them, how do we survive, let's deal with it. Sure, there's moments where you're like, oh man, they're dead, but it feels like you want them to survive. It's not just like, let's go crazy and defeat all odds type of thing, infinite ammo, but rather, like, it was a smart way to deal with it, and somehow they got through, and you're like, whew, good, they got through. Now, characters. There's a lot of character moments throughout the film. We're introduced to people, they're sort of like that, and then as the movie goes on, they're put into circumstances. We learn about them more, learn about their motivations, learn about the person rather than the persona that they sort of gave off when they first showed up in the film. And as they, like, sort of band together to fight this thing and to survive, they grow, and you really see that growth. Even though it's not a lot of dialogue-driven moments, but rather it's all of action moments where you either see heroic deeds, people putting their lives at stake to keep others safe, or horrible people who throw people under the bus, sort of type of monster sort of person. So people grow, so it's great. And when people die in this movie, you're like, no, like, damn it, they died. This movie is 118 minutes, and I cared when people died. I was like, no, this is, no, this character, like, there are expectations of, like, you know, people aren't gonna all survive, but at the same time, you're just like, come on, people, come on, you can do this. There are some stereotypical moments, as in, like, wow, saw that coming, but it's still, like, irks you in a sense. So I enjoy that. Like, you cared. I hate it when people die and it doesn't matter. You don't care for their whatever. There are moments like that, and it's perfectly fine because you don't care about these people. But the people that are sort of the main people or side characters, they have their moments, and you're like, man. Like, deaths, it's not a punch to the gut in a sense, but it means something, and I enjoyed that. So, overall, there's no one in the cast that I know except for this one Wonder Girl. I don't have expectation for her acting. She was playing a teenager, so it's like whatever anyways. So it was great sense where I didn't know anybody. And I feel that Western audiences are going to have that, where they have no idea who the cast is, no expectations in terms of acting, and just go with the flow. Sure, the kid is hard to watch at times because it's your generic, child actor. And it's kind of sad to see that when, Western audiences probably just saw Stranger Things, and you go into this movie and you're just like, oh, she can't act. But at the same time, you gotta realize she's really young compared to those kids. But at the same time, you're like, oh, if they give her better lines or just better moments. She has a great moment near the end of the movie, but beyond that, it's just a lot of just blank stares and all that stuff. Overall, I enjoyed Train to Busan. It adds to the zombie genre, which is surprising because, it feels like it's losing its fire. It's dead. No pun intended. Yeah, Train to Busan, it's a Korean production. Totally check it out. Support it. I don't know what the heck they're gonna do, because this movie came out 2 months ago in Cannes, and already Hollywood and France wants to remake this film, and I don't know what to think about that. France probably is gonna be okay, because France, they pulled off Wreck, and that was adapted into America. But Americans have already done zombies to death, so I don't know if they have the effort to bring this forward in a sense and add to the genre. Because literally, this movie, I would say, to describe it in a phrase would be, it's Snowpiercer crossed with Telltale Games' The Walking Dead. You have the train, stuck on the train, small locales, tight locales, and then you have the character moments where you just grow and you learn about these people and you see them react to things, and it's great. So there's that. So Snowpiercer, it was intense, and I feel like Hollywood could pull that off in a sense, but I'd rather them not. So realistically, I just hope everyone that hears about this film totally just checks it out, support the movie, give it the money. So yeah, overall, I enjoyed Train to Busan. It added to the genre, which was actually surprising. It had its character moments, it had its sort of thrills and all that, but I really did enjoy the characters and the situation they were put in and just everything. Though sometimes there are a stretch of imagination where the tacticalness of it all is kind of like, I feel like they shouldn't have done that, or a pregnant woman can't really run that fast sort of thing. But beyond that, if you sort of can just look past that, you'll enjoy a decent zombie flick. And it's great that we got one, because it's been a while. I haven't seen a zombie film where I'm like, yeah, that was amazing. But yeah, anyway, I'm done here. So if you have seen Train to Busan, leave your comments down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And that is it for this movie review for Train to Busan. Out!